Welcome back. So, are you ready for the next session?
Yes.
Okay, we spoke about many things like internships, shadowing opportunities, other things. I want to touch base on some of the challenges that you have encountered for the first semester.
For the first semester, definitely. So can't sell it to you like it's a fairy tale dream. It is a dream to be able to go to Cornell, but coming to a college like this, there are going to be challenges. I struggled with obviously adjusting to dorm life, the food, even the academic rigor. Despite being like one of the best at my school, coming to a place where everyone else is also the best from their schools can play with you a little bit. You'll have a little bit of imposter syndrome and you'll sit there wondering, wow, am I meant to be amongst these people? And it happened to me multiple times. I would sit here wondering like, wow, like I feel like I'm not keeping up. Like, and mom can tell you, like, I would call her sometimes just stressed out of my mind in the evenings, calling her, being like, Mom, like, I'm so stressed. Like, what am I supposed to do? I'm so tired. I want to sleep, but I have so much work I have to do. Obviously, there's going to be all of that. I'm still adjusting to the weather. I've grown up in beautiful, sunny, warm Florida my entire life. Our winter is really just 1 week of winter. We honestly have wonderful weather here, but you come from this to go to like freezing temperatures, blowing snow. You wake up and you have to walk in the snow because sometimes the buses are unreliable. It's an adjust. You'll feel like so unmotivated to even get out of bed and go to your class and stuff like that. So obviously there's all of that. And then I miss mom. Like I miss my family. I miss my sisters a lot. Like as much as I like my independence of being at college, doing my own routine, being with my friends, I'm going to miss family. I'm going to miss the life I had back home. So yeah.
హెల్త్ పరంగా అక్కడ హోమ్ సిక్నెస్ అవ్వచ్చు, ఫుడ్ మిస్ అవ్వటం అవ్వచ్చు, స్ట్రెస్ మూలంగా అవ్వచ్చు. అండ్ ఐ హర్డ్ లైక్ డ్యూరింగ్ ద ఫస్ట్ సెమిస్టర్ అండ్ సెకండ్ సెమిస్టర్ అడ్జస్టింగ్ టు ద క్లైమేట్ ఎన్విరాన్మెంట్ ఫ్లూ వల్ల కానీ అదర్ వైరసెస్ వరకు కానీ చాలా ఆఫన్ టైమ్స్ సిక్ అవుతూ ఉంటారు కిడ్స్. అఫ్ కోర్స్ నువ్వు కూడా చాలాసార్లు అయ్యావు. అలా ఎలాగుంటుంది అక్కడ? అంటే మీరు ఎలా టేక్ కేర్ చేస్తారు? ఫుడ్ అవని వేరే అదర్ ఆస్పెక్ట్స్ అవని లైక్ మీరు ఎలా టేక్ కేర్ చేసుకుంటారు?
Yeah, health definitely takes a toll when you're like all the way far away. Obviously, adjusting to climate, food, the dorm quality. You don't even know like the biggest thing for us was that we didn't know what dorm I'd get. Cornell's dorm situation is like a lottery system where you can put your preferences on what type of dorm style you want to live in, but there's no guarantee you'll get it. And I got an older style dorm, which meant like no AC, no like regular air circulation. Because obviously up north, you don't really need AC. The temperatures are very mild and you can kind of deal without it. But because of that, because of like adjusting the food and climate, I would get sick a little often. And luckily, like I had friends, I had roommates that would check up on me, get me food if I wanted it, or like, you know, meds and whatnot. But we have like, obviously, you have your on campus like doctors or clinics that you can call and be like, hey, like I'm not feeling well. Is there any medicine I should be taking, or should I come into the clinic? And they'll schedule appointments for you. The dining halls, they have takeaway options where you can just like say that, hey, like I'm gonna have a friend pick up like a dining box for me and get me food. Just like let them in, and you just do like it's like a quick thing online that you do. But I think the biggest thing is that when you're up there and your health is taking a toll, don't hesitate to lean on people that you've just met, because in the end, those people are going to come back to lean on you. And it's a circle. It's a circle of people that are learning to live by themselves, live far away from family for the first time. So don't be afraid to lean on your friends, lean on your roommates, even your suite mates for help, for, you know, comfort and whatnot.
Nice. సో హానెస్ట్గా ఒక క్వశ్చన్ అడుగుతా, చెప్పు. ఇప్పుడు మీకు అక్కడ నేను డైనింగ్కి మేము కూడా వచ్చాము. ఫుడ్ చాలా ఆప్షన్స్ ఉన్నాయి, అన్లిమిటెడ్ ఫుడ్, అక్కడ ఫ్రెష్ ఫుడ్ ఆప్షన్స్ చాలా ఉన్నాయి. ఎన్నిసార్లు మీరు బయటికి వెళ్ళి తిన్నారు? ఎన్నిసార్లు ఊబర్ ఆర్డర్ ఈట్స్ అలా అవి చేశారు? చెప్పు.
Okay, so within the first few weeks, it was very like we never really ordered anything outside. We did get snacks, obviously, from Target and stuff like that to keep in the dorm. So whenever the dining halls were closed, or if it was night and we were hungry, we could just munch on something, or just for something on the go. I don't think it was until like maybe a month in, me and my roommate had gone out to an Indian restaurant because we were beyond sick of the food on campus and we were just missing Indian food like anything. So we went to one of the only Indian restaurants in our small little college town and got food with a bunch of other people. And that was after like a little like Indian gathering on campus and something like that. And then 2 weeks from then, we woke up Sunday morning and we went and got brunch at the Indian restaurant again. So it's like on and off. Once in a while, we'll Uber eat food to the dorm because we're so like homesick, or we'll take an Uber and get food out on campus because like you start to get sick of the on-campus dining options. But what mom said was right. Cornell's known for having like some of the best food in the country, dining hall food in the country, as all of their like produce comes from like their own agricultural farm. So like, I don't know if you guys have heard of like Cornell Dairy Farm and whatnot. It's like we produce our own ice cream. Like our ice cream is some of the best in the country, like the freshest of the freshest. So like all the food is great. It's fresh. It's healthy. It's good.
Just that you miss your.
I miss my home food. I love spicy food. So like my spice tolerance does not keep up with the spices that they have in the food in the dining hall. So I'm always just like missing, be like, should I just eat a chili right now? Like I'm so craving spiciness.
మీరు కుక్ చేసుకుంటారా? అక్కడ కుక్ చేసుకునే ఆప్షన్ ఉందా మీకు?
Untadi, like there is like dorm to dorm, you'll have different sized kitchens and whatnot. Unfortunately, I have a smaller kitchen, but back in October when I came home and I was like trying to mom be like,
పచ్చో లేదో.
I was like, I'm like homesick, please send me food. I took like a small Instant Pot up with me and I just like cook in the dorm once in a while, whether it's just for myself or like me and my roommate will both like, you know, make something for each other, and that's how it goes. Or like I'll go to my friend's dorm and they have a bigger kitchen and we'll just do like a small little potluck and we'll all cook together there like once, like very rarely, because there's barely any time to do so. It's very you're like in a constantly academically rigorous environment, so it's not very often that you get to cook. At least you're like first semester, as you're still getting into the hang of things, trying to understand your routine, what works for you and what doesn't.
సో ఎప్పుడైనా ఒక్కసారైనా అనిపించిందా, లేదు నేను ఇంత స్ట్రెస్ ఎందుకు అవుతున్నాను, వై ఐఎమ్ టేకింగ్ దిస్ మచ్ స్ట్రెస్, ఐ వుడ్ హ్యావ్ స్టేడ్ బ్యాక్ నియర్ టు హోమ్ ఇన్ స్టేట్ అండ్ ఐ షుడ్ హ్యావ్ టేకెన్ సమ్ ఈజీ ఏరియా ఫీల్డ్ ఆఫ్ స్టడీ అని ఎప్పుడైనా అనిపించిందా?
I felt it once. It was one time after an exam I took, I like sat with myself. It was like nighttime. I went on a walk with a friend because I was just so stressed, so defeated after this exam. And I sat with myself. I was like, maybe it would have been better if I stayed near home. I could have had like my parents to lean back on, come back home. I could have just like, you know, taken something easier. Maybe the courses back home would have been easier. But something my friend said stuck with me. They told me that like, you know, like you were chosen to be here. Like, don't ever forget that you were chosen by the Cornell admissions committee. You chose to be here. And the academic rigor is going to be insane. Obviously, it's an IB. Don't let that bog you down. You're still doing amazing things. You're still excelling in everything else. Like, just because one class is making you feel this way should not, like, you know, encompass your entire definition of college or entire experience. Like, just keep trying. Don't, like, let this hold you back. And that just stuck with me. And I was like, yeah, you're right. Even though I chose this place, I was chosen first. They had to accept me first for me to choose this place. So I have potential to be here. Like, and ever since then, I always tell myself when I'm stressed, I'm like, I'm in a place of privilege where I get to go out of state. I get to go to this amazing university and take in all of its resources. And that no matter what happens, I'm still destined to do great things here. I'm going to be okay. And that's what keeps me going. And since then, I've never had the thought of like, oh, I should have stayed back in state. Like every single day, I truly am grateful that I get to go out of state. I get to go to Cornell University and get to experience all these resources, all these multitude of perspectives, since the community is so global.
Nice. So, నీకు ఎప్పుడైనా ఇంట్లో ఉన్నప్పుడు ప్రెషర్ అనిపించిందా? స్ట్రెస్ కానీ ప్రెషర్ కానీ నువ్వు యూ నీడ్ టు గెట్ దిస్ అంటే సెట్ నెంబర్స్ మేము ఎప్పుడు పెట్టలేదు నీకు ఎప్పుడు అంటే there are certain areas I know a little pushing you because for your own good, but అంటే ఈ కోర్స్ చాయిస్ నీదే, ఫీల్డ్ ఆఫ్ స్టడీ నువ్వేం చేయాలనుకుంది నీకే వదిలేసాము, ఎక్కడ తీసుకోవాలి కాలేజ్కి అంతా కూడాను. సో నీకు ఆ ఫ్లెక్సిబిలిటీ ఇవ్వటం వల్ల ఫస్ట్ నుంచి అంటే మీ డ్రీమ్ ఏదో మాకు తెలుసు కాబట్టి నీకు ఆ ఫ్లెక్సిబిలిటీ ఉంది. ఇప్పుడు చాలా కిడ్స్ వాళ్ళ పేరెంట్స్ అడుగుతారు, మేము ఇంకా ఫీల్డ్ ఆఫ్ స్టడీ చూస్ చేసుకోలేదు మా కిడ్స్, వాట్ షుడ్ వి టెల్ ఆర్ వాట్ షుడ్ దే టేక్ అని అడుగుతున్నారు. సో but we never have that kind of experience.
Mom, both my parents, they never really pressured me into anything. Obviously, there was do well in school. Don't like, slack off or anything like that, which is a general thing. And I got a little pressure about like, maybe my SAT and ACT here and there, or like the extracurriculars I was trying to pursue. Maybe I was being lazy about submitting an application, and my mom would be like, submit the application, stop being lazy about it. That's the main pressure I got. But obviously, since from a young age, like my parents knew my dream, I knew my dream. I think that kind of just self-motivated me to do the things I was doing. But for people that still don't know yet, I think you have to have a mindset of wanting to try things, being open to different experiences to figure out what it is. And don't worry if what you have isn't a solidified idea. I know people in college that are still trying to figure it out. They're in like a specific field of study, but they're also just like, I don't know if I really like this. Maybe I have to switch. And who knows, maybe you'll have that realization too in college. And don't be afraid of it. Be open to new things, be open to change. And that's what's going to help you get to that, like, get to where you need to be or what you truly are destined to be doing.
Yeah, I completely agree with that. సో ఈ న్యూ ఇయర్లో ఒక రిజల్యూషన్ తీసుకోవాలంటే నువ్వేం తీసుకుంటావు?
Resolution. I always like to set multiple goals for myself, so I'm trying to decide on a good one that's memorable and that might stick. I think my resolution is to, have new experiences, obviously, constantly experience new things, meet new people, smile more, laugh more, because these are all important things to have when you're going into a new place. And just because I've experienced one semester doesn't mean that one semester is going to define my entire college for me. I should be open to experiencing more, joining more things maybe, or trying new classes. So just be open to change, be open to experiences, new people to come into your life, smile more, laugh more, be, happy. Yes.
One last thing చెప్పాలనుకుంటున్నా బిఫోర్ కంక్లూడింగ్ దిస్ వీడియో. సో ప్రియాంక, షీ డిడ్ నాట్ డూ ఎనీ ఈడీ, ఎలిడేషన్ చేయలేదు, ఎల్లి అప్లికేషన్ చేయలేదు, అన్ని రెగ్యులర్ డేషనే చేసావు కదా?
So I took a couple of my applications early action. So
there's in-state kada?
So mainly in-state. So there's a difference between ED and early action. So early decision binds you to a college, and you technically shouldn't be applying to any other private school early actions and whatnot. Early action just lets you apply early and get your decision early, but you're not binded to the college through that. So I did apply to some colleges through early action just to get some acceptances out of the way. And by that, I got all of my Florida colleges by end of January. I knew all my decisions. I wasn't waiting till March. So I had that cushion of saying oh, I'm going to I've got great options for me in Florida. I've got UF, FSU, Miami. And then obviously most of the out-of-state colleges, I just applied regular decisions. So those were rolling in all of March. So the UCs, the IVs, maybe some T10s, those were all rolling in throughout March.
One thing, Andy, పీర్ ప్రెషర్ గురవద్దు, కంపారిజన్ చేసుకోవద్దు. మీ కిడ్స్, వెదర్ ఇట్ ఈస్ డాటర్ ఆర్ సన్, హూఎవర్ ఇట్ ఈస్, వాళ్ళ ఇంట్రెస్ట్ ఏంటో తెలుసుకోండి. సమ్ టైమ్స్ వాళ్ళ ప్యాషన్స్ చేంజ్ అవ్వచ్చు, అయినా కూడా వాళ్ళ జర్నీని బిలీవ్ చేయండి, సపోర్ట్ చేయండి. కొంతమందికి వాళ్ళ డ్రీమ్ చాలా ఎర్లీగా తెలుస్తుంది, కొంతమందికి పాత్ లేటర్ ఆన్ జర్నీ, as they move on the journey it will happen. Okay, there is no one size fits all kada. Each person have a different growth sprout ఉంటుంది. Everybody dreams definitely గా వాళ్ళ డ్రీమ్స్ వాళ్ళు అచీవ్ చేసుకోవాలనే తపన వాళ్ళలో పెంచండి, and be supportive of their journey whatever it is. Let the journey unfold itself.
Yeah, I agree. And as someone with I've chosen a niche field for myself, atmospheric science. You're not going to hear many other Indian kids or maybe Asian kids in general choose a field like this for themselves. But if your kids choose a niche field for themselves, support them. Maybe that is their calling. Maybe that is something that is going to be there for them. I'm grateful that my parents have seen my passion in this field and are so have propelled me to keep trying to be motivated. And this the support is what motivated me to do my best throughout high school, to apply to so many colleges and get all these acceptances. So
the pain is yours.
The pain is mine. That is true.
But yeah. So we want to conclude this episode But if you have any questions and if you want to ask any additional, details, feel free to comment below and like. Don't forget to like and subscribe our channel. And we will be coming with a new series, with new questions, with new ideas.
Yeah.
Thank you for watching this.
Thanks for watching.